What's up, guys? Welcome back to Film is More Fun. Today, I want to talk about just an 80s of a camera. You know, this thing is just, it has the 80s styling. It has the nice, long, rectangular edges. So, as you may see behind me, I got these really cool little bokeh things going on. I'm watching YouTube and I'm like, man, you know, check all these other creators out. Like, they got these sick backgrounds with like the colors and the blues and the reds and the bokehs and the... So I'm like, you know what? My wife had these little flower pots with these LED bulbs. I'm like, I need that. Thanks. So there we go. So now I want to be cool too, right? So I set myself up. So now I've got myself like a legit setup. But anyway, about this Canon Snappy.
You won't believe your eyes. The snappy new Canons are here. Canon Crisp, Canon Clear.
So there are two versions, the 20 and the 50. I had the 20, which is kind of like the slightly inept younger sibling to the 50. My version didn't have autofocus, the 50 does. My version is basically just a fixed focus and has a larger aperture than the 50. Both cameras are, you know, automatic in advance and automatic in rewind. They both have flash, auto exposure. You know, they're pretty similar in that respect. So for anybody unfamiliar with this camera, there's literally like one or two buttons on it. It's super simple. It's simple as simple can get. No frills, no bells, no whistles, you know, which not really to say that's not a bad thing because, you know, I have an Olympus Infinity Twin that, I mean, it's just a point and shoot. I take it with me every day and I shoot it all the time. And that's as simple can be. So, you know, simple can be a great thing. And actually therein lies maybe part of my disappointment with this Canon Snappy. You know, I carry and I use the Olympus Infinity all the time. And I was thinking maybe this could be like another, not a substitute per se, but it could be, I don't know, just another carry camera. But after shooting it, I don't know, it kind of was mediocre, at least to me. So I'll just do a real quick go around here. On the front side, you have your on-off and also your window shade to protect your lens, which is right here. It also actually locks your shutter. So if that window is closed, your shutter button is locked, which is kind of cool. You won't get any pocket fires. This yellow button here is for your flash to engage that. All you have to do is pull that out and your flash is engaged. It does take 2 AA batteries. While we're on the bottom side here, if you want to open up your back, there's a little pull lever. You pull open. That reveals the back. You can see there's a little LED here that says yes. Ba-dow. All right. Let's push it back in. Okay, so the only other thing on the bottom side there is your rewind control. Hit that in and it will automatically rewind everything. So you have a choice here between 400 and 100 ISO. And what I like about this, it's like a little slider, but it has kind of like a definitive, I don't know, lock. Like you have to push it down and move it over so you're not going to accidentally bump it, which is a pretty cool thing. So, yep, you have your counter here, shutter button, just the styling. I mean, everything about this thing says 1980s. So I'm going to pop in some Tri-x 400 and head out on the town and see what we get. What's up, guys? We're headed over to get some pictures with the Canon Snappy. I think I'm going to head over. There's an old auto, like a car repair shop. It's So just a quick note about those images. On the early frames, I had noticed after I was scanning everything in that I saw some streak marks around the center, kind of like third, I guess. And it, what it looked like to me was some kind of scratch in the emulsion or like a scrape uniformly across the negative. And it only happened in the first couple of frames, and I think what happens is those auto feeds totally scratch the emulsion, whether they push it too hard or maybe the rollers got stuck, I don't know. Definitely did, get scuffed up a bit, as you can see there. And as far as the development, I usually develop with Tmax liquid developer at a 1:4 ratio. With this roll, I shot at ISO 400, and I developed for, I believe it was 5 minutes at 72 degrees. So if anybody's unsure of development times, best resource in the world ever, I love it and use it all the time, is the Ultimate Dev Chart. I'll definitely put a link down below. If anybody's not familiar, I mean, if you develop your film, most likely you are familiar with this. But if you're not familiar with this website, you're absolutely going to fall in love with it because it just has such a great wealth of information in it. So my final thoughts on the Snappy 20, it's just meh. Going into this review, I was kind of excited to shoot this thing. I thought it was going to be like another carry-on, like my Olympus Infinity, something, something I could just throw in the bag, not worry if it gets kind of beat around, and carry around every day. But I got to say, after the performance that I've seen with it, for me, it's definitely a pass. Now, I do know that these two, the 20 and the 50 Snappies, were like the start of a long line of that model. There may be some awesome, bangers within the Snappy line. If you guys know, hit me up in the comments. That's it for me today, guys. If you could do me a favor, smash that like button. And we need the Google juice. We need the YouTube juice. This way other people can find the channel. Hopefully some of this stuff is helpful. Dare I say, maybe somewhat entertaining. I don't know about that, but hope everybody's well. And until the next time, we'll see you.
The snappy new Canons are here. 35mm. Crisp and clear.